Started off right here. Excuse me. We're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers, y'all, for the first segment. And listen, I need y'all to let me know in the comments below how you feel about Aaron Rodgers, because this man would not give up. I don't understand. Like, people were saying I was crazy like 5 months ago. Why are you talking about Aaron Rodgers? He's not coming to the Vikings, bro. All the stuff that's been coming out about this guy wanting to come to the Vikings, if it wasn't for J.J. McCarthy, if it wasn't for us drafting J.J. McCarthy with the 10th overall pick in the 2024 NFL draft, I promise you, I guarantee you that Aaron Rodgers would have been on the Minnesota Vikings by now. I'm just keeping it all the way real with y'all, bro. I'm keeping it all the way real with y'all. But hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Now let's get straight to it, right? And this is written by Anthony Miller, right? And he talks about Aaron Rodgers, and we're going to get to the quotes, right? We're going to get to all the quotes, but let's start from the beginning of this article. I'm going to kind of read through it, but this is what he said. The ever-involving saga of Aaron Rodgers and the Minnesota Vikings continue to have more intriguing insights. Minnesota had a tough decision to make this offseason regarding quarterback position. It was between their young first-round pick, J.J. McCarthy, Sam Darnold, and Aaron Rodgers. Darnold decided, y'all understand they didn't put Daniel Jones in there. Look, I ain't trying to laugh, y'all. But they didn't say Daniel Jones. They said skedaddle, hasta la vista, hasta luego, adios. They said skedaddle, Daniel Jones. You know what I mean? I'm not hating. I'm just stating. I'm not hating. I'm just stating, y'all. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I mean? Darnold decided to pack his bags and head to the Seattle Seahawks after conversations. With Rodgers, the Vikings sided with McCarthy as starter in 2025. And that is for right now. See, we don't know. Shout out to my guy from New Mexico, Eric, is in the building. He says, Skull, Mr. Talk, that talk. Y'all know the vibes. Mike Sports vibes, Skull, brother. Talk. What's going on, brother? What's going on, brother? Skull to the bowl. Low-key begging to be invited. Yes, we going to get into it, knowledge. We going to get into it, my brother. My brother from another mother. All y'all my brothers from another mother. Y'all my YouTube family. Hey, listen. All y'all my brothers from another mother. What's going on, everybody? Skull to the bowl. Now, this man's pretty much begging, but I'm going to get to that, y'all. I'm going to get to that. Let me cook a little bit. Let me cook like Crazy is cooking this offseason. Crazy's been cooking. Let's get an applause to Crazy. Let's give applause to Crazy, right? Amazing offseason. All right, so let's read what Aaron Rodgers has said recently. And this is coming from, excuse me, y'all, my allergies. Sports Illustrated Albert Breer. Share more about what was behind the scenes with the Minnesota Vikings decision at quarterback. The conversations first started with two quarterbacks who were to be set as free agents, Darnold and, they talking about Daniel Jones now. We ain't even talking about that. Listen, Sam Darnold, hope the best for you, bro. Skedaddle, hasta la vista. We're not paying you, bro. I hope the best for you until you go against the Minnesota Vikings. And when we go against the Seattle Seahawks, if we play them this season, we're going to beat the brakes off of the Seattle Seahawks. Yes, I don't care. Sam Darnold had a great season, but the past is the past. He used to be our quarterback, but now he's not. Now it's J.J. McCarthy time, ladies and gentlemen.
Talk that talk.
All right, so let's get to what Sam Darnold has said. Sorry, I'm not allergies. All right, so this opened up the door to where Rodgers would come into the picture. Breer depicts the pitch Rodgers made to the Vikings to join the team in 2025. Now, all this pitching and all this, you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, we don't want you, bro. We don't want you. Sorry, I'm gonna drink some water. Hold on, y'all. I gotta drink some water, y'all. Sorry about that. All right, so listen. This is what Aaron Rodgers is saying. Oh, is this Breer saying this? I think this is Breer. This is not Aaron Rodgers, but this is what he's getting from all the rumors and speculation. It's not even speculation. I think this is all facts right here. So this is what he's saying. Which is where Rodgers entered the equation when the 4-time MVP reached out to the Minnesota Vikings, begging. He wants to be in the purple and gold so bad. This man is desperate to be in the purple and gold, y'all. Like, he's desperate. with the idea of making a 1-year run at the Lombardi and tying it, excuse me, y'all, I'm so sorry, it to being a willing mentor for McCarthy. Let me pause it right there. First and foremost, right? You acting like, how old is Aaron Rodgers? 40, 41? I don't even understand. I don't know how old he is. I know he's in his 40s, right? You acting like you coming to the Vikings. I know the Vikings is lit. I know the Vikings got a good all-around team. But come on, bro. You're not in your prime, bro. I don't know what his numbers was when he was with the Jets last year. I don't think they were impressive. They was all right. You wasn't at an MVP level last season, bro. Stop the cap, bro. I don't know what you think this is.
The cap.
You know what I mean?
Really?
Stop the cap, bro.
The cap.
You think it's worth missing another year of J.J. McCarthy's rookie deal? And then we're not going to know what J.J. McCarthy can do? We believe what he can do, but we don't actually know what he can do. And the whole point of drafting a rookie top 10, you know what I mean, the first time in Minnesota Viking history in 2024 NFL draft was to build around him and pay these players that we've been paying this offseason. I don't want to waste another year, bro. I really don't. And then let's get to the mentorship. You just talking out your... Bro, you not serious, bro. Let's keep it real. You is not serious, bro. I'm hitting you with the nah, bro.
Nah, bruh.
You not serious. You do not want to mentor McCarthy, bro. You probably would. Look, and I don't know if... Look, what I'm hearing is Aaron Rodgers is not... What should I say? He's not good in the locker room, bro. He divides locker rooms. I don't think he's good for the Minnesota Viking culture. I'm not saying the man's a bad guy. He's old. That's what my guy said. What'd he say? He said, don't need him at all. Vikings need to believe in J.J. McCarthy. Skull. Facts, bro. Like, why would you waste another year of his rookie contract for a guy that's 40 years old that hasn't been playing the best? I'm not doing it. Like, the only quarterback, there's a couple quarterbacks I would choose over, you know what I mean, J.J. McCarthy. Patrick Mahomes is number one. And we ain't getting no Patrick Mahomes. Now, if we get a chance to get a Patrick Mahomes, we win in like 5 Super Bowls in a row. And that's just my honest opinion. That's how great I think Patrick Mahomes is, even though he got the brakes beat off of him by the Philadelphia Eagles. And I hate to admit that because I'm from the area and I can't. You know what really sucks? You know what I was just thinking? The Eagles been to 3 Super Bowls, right? 4 Super Bowls, I think, since I've been a Viking fan, right? When they lost to the Patriots, right? When they had McNabb and Andy Reid and all them, right? They've been to 3 Super Bowls since that Super Bowl, right? They won 2 Super Bowls. And I don't regret being a Viking fan from Pennsylvania, right? What I regret is witnessing the Eagles winning 2 Super Bowls before I got to witness the Vikings in 1 Super Bowl, y'all. And I'm salty about it. I'm going to talk about it. I don't care. Listen, I'm going to talk about it. But getting back to what I was saying, you do not want to mentor J.J. McCarthy. That's all cap, y'all. That's cap. You trying to make it sound good. Yeah, it sounds good, but we don't want you in our locker room. And look, I might be 100% wrong. They might be waiting until after the draft to make this big decision and say to the Viking fan base, we're going in the direction of Aaron Rodgers, which I know that's not going to happen. I'm just saying. And if he does happen to be a Viking one day, I'm going to cheer for the team regardless. I'm not going to like it because I want J.J. McCarthy to do his thing. I believe in what this man has. You know what I mean? So I don't have nothing personal against, I don't feel any type of way about Rodgers, and I know that he's an all-time great quarterback, but bro, you're not in your prime. If you was in your prime, I wouldn't even second guess this conversation, bro. You're not in your prime. I know you're a Super Bowl champion. I know you're 4 NFL MVP. You got 4 MVPs in the NFL, which is amazing. That's absolutely amazing, right? And you have an MVP in the Super Bowl. You're a 10-time Pro Bowler, 4-time first-team All-Pro. You know what I mean? And led the NFL in passer rating and passing touchdowns multiple times. He also holds, he's a very good quarterback throughout the history. But you're at the end of your career. You're pretty much done. And I think the only option for Aaron Rodgers is to either go to the Pittsburgh Steelers, which I don't know why that didn't happen, or He's just gonna have to wait for an injury for one of these teams that one of their quarterbacks one of these top quarterbacks get hurt, and they're gonna sign Aaron Rodgers, right? So that's the only thing I can see happening. But I'm over this whole conversation about Aaron Rodgers. I just want this man to either retire or sign with another team. And you're not going to be on the Minnesota Vikings. So you got to relax, bro. It's not happening. What'd he say? He said 1 year run at the Lombardi and tying it to being a willing mentor to McCarthy. I read that. The team felt it had to listen to the proposition, of course, was different than the other two. They'd be jamming the pause button on the idea of playing McCarthy rather than generating competition and multiple quarterback options. Now, listen, the Vikings are done. The Vikings are done with Aaron Rodgers, and it is what it is. Yeah, he's 41 years old, man. Last season, he was 5-12. When's the last time Aaron Rodgers won a dang on Super Bowl? I'm not trying to come at Aaron Rodgers, y'all. I really ain't. But I'm just trying to make my point. This man ain't the same. He won his last Super Bowl in 2011, bro. Where are we at? What year are we in? What year are we in, y'all? I'm going to look at my phone real quick. What year are we in right now? Because I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. But I don't think I'm tripping. We're in 2025, right? So how many years ago was that when he was a champion? 14 years? So you're telling me, you making it seem like you this guy, like you Patrick Mahomes in your prime. You're trying to make it seem like you're Aaron Rodgers in your prime. You're not, bro. Skedaddle. We're done with this conversation. On to the next. Let's mock, y'all. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm done with that segment, bro. I'm over it. Bro. All right, so if they decided to roll with AR, I'm riding, I believe, purple. Right. I'm riding with Aaron. Listen, if they somehow made the decision to go Aaron Rodgers, I got no choice but to cheer for him, right? I bleed purple for life. But I'm not, listen, I would not be excited. I would feel some type of way because I would feel like this coaching staff does not believe in the quarterback that they chose. And then the rumors are true that they honestly didn't really want J.J. McCarthy. They probably wanted Michael Penix. They probably wanted Drake May. They probably wanted Caleb. So that would be like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how I would feel about that, y'all. Sounds like Aaron Rodgers is becoming a bandwagon player. Yes, he is a bandwagon player. Aaron Rodgers is a bandwagon player. Who gives you the best chance to win? All right, so listen. Next year, right? If look, and I agree with what you're saying. Like look. And my question to my whole thing is this. My bad, y'all. I've been coughing on this whole stream. But I think that Aaron Rodgers might give us the best chance next year. I honestly do. And that's only because it's a mystery. But I don't really know that for sure because we didn't think we was going to win 14 games last season with Sam Darnold. Nobody could tell me that they knew that we was going to win 14 games last season in 2024 season with Sam Darnold. Nobody could sit here and tell me that. Even the most delusional Viking fan, including myself, because I'm a delusional Viking fan myself. I don't care. I bleed purple. It is what it is. Nobody thought that was going to happen. So who's to say J.J. McCarthy can't go on have a season like Jaden Daniels? Jaden Daniels was a rookie. Jaden Daniels got to the NFC Championship game. I'm not saying that J.J. McCarthy will be on that level like Jaden Daniels. I don't really know. But who's to say that he can't accomplish that? Especially with the team we have now. Our trenches are built to win now. This is not the normal Viking team. Our team is built in the trenches for the first time, the best since I don't know when. On defense, the best since the William Wall. If you know who I'm talking about, you know. Kevin Williams and Pat Williams. You know what I mean? So, our offensive line is amazing. We got our center. We got Will Fries. We got Kelly. We looking good. We got two of the best tackles in the NFL in Christian Darrisaw and Brian O'Neill. This is not the normal team, bro.